Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ron Simplify Myers, your uplifting life partner. Just wanted to come talk to you guys about the significance of walking your path. We were all created as different individuals, and that's because we were born with different talents, different goals, different ambitions, different everything. The challenge in our society is we try to make everybody be the same, which is unfortunate because we weren't created to be the same. So that's really the whole purpose of this. And this also goes out to you parents that are trying to carve your kids into what you believe they should be. They should be a doctor, they should be a lawyer, they should play sports, they should do whatever. Bottom line is they didn't come here to walk out your path. That was your job. Allow them to walk out theirs. If they decide those are the paths they want to take, then great. But make sure it's something they want to do and not something you're trying to choose for them. So that also carries on into relationships. You have people that are, because we're all different, they're going in different directions. One of the things I see is people try to find people and get them to change in order for their relationship to work. Folks, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, it's again, you guys have heard me say there's two keys to relationships. One is allow people to be who they are, and number two, just communicate. Please don't try to change people, because what happens is that's why you end up with resentments and that type of stuff inside of a relationship. I had a neighbor who was funny one time. Her husband, you know, when she married him and dating him and all that, he rode a motorcycle. And there was no problem. She loved it, enjoyed it. They had kids, and then she decided once they had kids, he needed to be responsible, so he should no longer ride the bike. Folks, that's bad. And I know there's some of you going to disagree with that and go, well, he does need to be responsible now. No, you just stripped the man of what made him who he is. You can't live life scared of the what ifs. What you're doing is you're stripping him, and then what's going to create? That's going to create resentment within the relationship. If it's something he wants to do and it's inside of him, I mean, it's something if a person's just doing it casual and it doesn't faze them, then they could probably let it go and it might not affect the relationship. But if you're demanding that they do it because they need to be responsible and they prefer to be riding and they're only not doing it because of you, folks, it's going to show up. Eventually it's going to show up because they're going to start building resentment from you. They're going to start looking at their lives that they're not being fulfilled. And guess who they're going to point at? You, because you stripped them of that. But what was even funnier is her and her husband got divorced. She started dating a guy, and guess who her boyfriend showed up on? A motorcycle. I thought that was hilarious. I'm sitting here going, she made her husband get off a bike. They get divorced, and the first guy she dates ride a bike. Now, what's going to end up happening if they get serious? What is she going to tell him? Stop riding the bikes. Folks, why would you do that to someone? The bottom line is you know he rides a bike. If you're not willing to accept that, then don't get in a relationship with him. I was having this conversation with someone who was talking about their partner who dresses very seductive, and now that they're in a relationship, the person shouldn't dress that way anymore because they're in a relationship. Folks, you got to figure out why she dresses that way, or he dresses that way, or whatever you want to call it. If they do that because that's what makes them feel comfortable, and they weren't doing it because they're single, because they're trying to catch, they're doing it because that's the way they like to dress. Same thing. If you try to change them once you get in a relationship with them, you're going to have issues. Why? Because that's a part of them. That's the way they like to go out and share. I mean, it may be their way of feeling significant, and you may say, well, I make them feel significant. They shouldn't have to do that anymore. You can't decide that for them. So if you're not comfortable with the way they're dressing right now, then don't get in a relationship with them, because it's not fair to them for you to get in a relationship and then you want to try to change that aspect of them if it's something they want to do. Now, if they were only doing it to get in a relationship and it works out, they don't have a challenge with it, so be it. But I'm just saying, if you're not willing to accept, that's why I said allow people to be who they are. If you can't accept, because again, there's a difference between accepting and agreeing or understanding what people do, and that's just who they are. I can look at you and get in a relationship with you, and based on your characteristics, there's things you may do that I personally wouldn't do. But that's okay with me because it's just something I wouldn't do, and that's your personality. That's accepting who you are, what you are, and that's okay. But if something is unacceptable, for example, your partner wants to drink and you disagree with drinking like I do totally, and you don't want to be in a relationship with someone that drinks, folks, don't do it with the intent to get them to stop drinking once you're in a relationship. That doesn't make sense. Again, if it's unacceptable, then don't get in a relationship with them. The same thing with the dress code. If that's unacceptable for you as someone that you're in a relationship with, then don't even start dating. You follow what I'm saying? It's okay again to say that's who they are, and I personally wouldn't do it, but it's okay with me. It's acceptable. Then we can get in a relationship because you're just allowing people to be themselves. But folks, if it's unacceptable, it's something you're against, do not get in a relationship with them. People are walking different paths. Allow them to walk their path. I had a friend that told me one day, because we were talking about the different paths and the different roads, and I called them different colors, you know, the red road, blue road, gold road, yellow brick road, whatever road. And he was telling me, Ron, I hear what you're saying. The challenge I have is all the beautiful women are on the blue road, and I'm on the yellow road. And I told him, I said, you know why you see all the women on the blue road and there's no beautiful women on the yellow road? Because your focus is on the blue road. See, there's a whole bunch of beautiful women on the yellow road also. You just can't see them because your focus is on the blue road. So what am I getting to? Folks, figure out, and if you guys didn't see the Don't Want One video, watch that. But find out what it is that you want in a relationship. That's the people that you're looking for. That's the ones that you get in a relationship with. If they have the don't wants, do not get in a relationship and try to change these folks. Because first off, you're not going to change them. And folks, just because people don't do stuff in front of you don't mean they ain't doing it behind your back. And you'll find out later and have issues. So find out people that are doing the things that you agree with. Those are the ones you have the relationships. The don't want, run the other way. And folks, focus on what it is you want. And trust me, there are a lot of people that walking in the same direction you are. Those are the ones you want to be in a relationship with. And as you guys know, it ain't right, it ain't wrong. It is my opinion. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.